go. Okay, so we've got our art kits. This is how we're going to paint our, can I have the white one? Just pass me the white one. Thank you. Alright, so what we've got to do is we're going to paint on our tote bag for the rest of the next term. And so what we've got to do is we've got to put this white square on our tote bag so we can paint on it. Okay? Alright, so come in close and let's get this filmed. Okay, so in your art kit, you've got your art, you've got your paint, you've got all your pens and pencils, which should be in the plastic bag, which they're not, but they will be. Alright, we've got that, you've got your brushes, and you've got your book. Okay? Now the first thing I want you to do, if you come in close please, the first thing I want you to do is using this pen, I want you to write your name, you should be now zoomed in, I want you to write your name and your class on the top of your bag between the two handles, okay? So let's do that in this pen, okay? And when you do it, just stretch the fabric with your fingers. See how my fingers are stretching the fabric? Makes it a lot easier to write on there. And what class are we? We're 7 VAR, well 8 or 4 or 3. Don't write 7G or 7R or anything. Write your art class on there. All right, and put that back. Then we're done. What we're going to do then is we're going to choose our 4B pencil. We're going to turn our bag over on the other side. We're going to use our process diary. And we're going to trace around our book with our pencil. Holding your pencil like this. Not down here like that. Just hold it like that and just drag it along. It's a bit tricky on this bumpy bit. And just get a rectangle. Okay, we've done that. Right, then what we're going to do is we're going to get our white paint out of our art kit. Come in close, please. And we're going to get some kind of a lid or something, I don't know, it's up to you. They got a little, have you filmed all that? Like they have a little foil cap in them, okay? Just tear that off and put it in the bin. And then squeezing from the back, not the front, squeeze yourself out a little bit of white paint. That was probably a little bit too much. But squeeze yourself out a little bit of white paint, okay? If you don't want to use up all this paint, because this is not actually the perfect paint to do it, you can come into school and with a container with a lid and you can get some of this. It's called gesso. Now the issue is when you come into my cupboard, I've got lots of these tubs. You've got to get the one that says gesso. And you don't need much. You just need bring in a little Vegemite jar with a lid or something. Otherwise, use your white paint out of your art kit, or you can use white undercoat or ceiling paint or house paint that you might have at home. Your parents might have just painted the ceiling in your bedroom or something. You might have some of that. It'd be perfect. Okay, here we go. In your art kit, you have a variety of brushes. Come in close. You're going to use this fat brush. Okay? Now I've got one already with paint on it, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of plastic. I'm going to use an old folder, what do you call these things? These
envelope.
Plastic envelope. You're going to put that inside your art bag.
Plastic sleeve.
Plastic sleeve, that's the word. You're going to put that inside your art bag. And what that's going to do is while you paint this on here, it'll stop paint getting on the other side because it will soak through. Okay? And then what you do is you get some water and you mix it with your white paint to make it more fluid. Okay? And all we're trying to do is we're trying to seal this bag, this square. Now, to get a straight line, you're going to have to zoom in, please. Come in close. To get a straight line, use this side of your brush. Use this part of the brush. Don't do that, because see how it doesn't form a very straight line? And certainly don't do that, because you won't get a straight line at all. So, use the tip of the brush. What part of the brush do you use, Alicia?
Tip.
The tip. That's right. So use the tip of the brush. And what's this hand doing? It's stretching the fabric a little bit. See how quick it is? And do right around the edge first. So do right around the edge first, like that. Once you've done right around the edge, keep adding a little bit of water to your paint, but not too much. Okay, zoom out now and film me. And then what we're going to do And this job's easier if you stand up actually. Then keep stretching the fabric and work the paint in. Don't just paint it. Okay? You'll see that I'm constantly dipping water and work it in. Okay? And it's a bit, you don't get far with the paint. It's going to soak the paint up really quickly. Okay? When you're done, it should look like this, although this one's a little bit rough. When you're done, we want it like that. Okay? And it'll feel a little scratchy and crusty and hard, but that's good. But by putting the plastic in, the paint hasn't gone through and soaked the other side. That's it. You're done then, and that's stage 1 finished. Okay, done.